Hey everybody, Shark Scrapper. Well, we've got something interesting here. This is a Micros point of sale. You can see the credit card swipe little mechanism right over here. And it is Micros model Workstation 5 system unit. I think this should be kind of cool. Come on, let's dive in, see what we got here. We interrupt this scrap for an important pickup announcement. Well, got a call from the motorcycle shop that I help take care of. I pick up scrap and batteries from them, and the shop next to them is getting ready to close up. And they're starting to put stuff out. So the guys from the motorcycle shop told the owner here that I'm available to get stuff and get it recycled. So the carts are going, all the wire, everything that you see out here, not the motorcycles, is going, and I'm going to take all the chemicals and get them disposed of for him. Apparently he's an elderly guy and things haven't gone his way, and so he's in a little bit of extremis, so I'm going to do what I can to help him. And we're going to get busy and do some loading here. Okay, now oh yeah, we were going to scrap this thing. Alrighty, well, as you can see, I've got a hoodie on here. It's a little chilly today. Let's get some stuff unscrewed. We've got screws in the corner here. Tell you, really liking these new bits. I've got these on my Amazon store. If you need some new Phillips bits for your scrapping efforts, these are working great. I've got a number 1 and a number 2. Let's see here. Screws out of there. If it opens up like a lot of the flat screen TVs. There we go. That's how we do it. Yeah. So just like kind of some of the new flat screen TVs, get that part out. Now we can get these screws out, and that should let us have access to what's inside. So even though it's a new bit, sometimes the screws themselves are jammed up. And you got to do a tighten, untighten thing. And the drivers just don't work real well for doing that. All right, now, oh man, look at this. Oh, this is nice. Very nice. All right, so we're going to get this board off of here. This is the controller board for the LCD screen. So mid-grade board for my yard, but I'm going to pull that tantalum real quick because it's still going to be a mid-grade for my yard, even without the tantalum. So mid-grade tantalum. And let's get this wire off of here. Here's some sheet metal. Some more wire. That's going to be the finger strip board hiding underneath it there. Now, you can go through the trouble to try to unscrew those, but these things are so thin that they just bust off. So don't even mess with the screws, just bust them off. And that'll go as peripheral high for the finger strip boards, go into board sort. I thought I found somebody that was going to buy LCDs, but they came back and said, no, we don't buy them. You pay us to take them from you. So that's not doing us any good, now is it? So unfortunately, where I live right now, even the transfer station, they throw these in the trash. So very disappointing. But I'm going to keep looking. I'm going to keep looking, try to find somebody that wants to go after the LCD screens because there is indium in the screen, indium tin oxide, and indium is a rare earth element. So I'm going to keep looking, but for now, that will find its place, unfortunately, in the dumpster. All right, now then, this is really cool. Look at this. RAM, motherboard. I believe that this is what Board Sort refers to as an integrated motherboard. So let's go ahead and get it out of here and see for sure. So here's the picture of the integrated motherboard sample from boardsort.com's website. But I notice as I look at the listing, it says integrated motherboard, no socket, no gold tab BGA. We have a gold tab BGA on this one. So everywhere you hear me say integrated, think peripheral high grade. This will be a peripheral high grade board. I checked with Chris. Now we'll get the speaker off and throw this little speaker in with the small metal bits. Same over here. For those of you that are new to my channel, my yard does not require that I cut off the ends of the wire. Most yards want you to cut off those ends. If you're going to be cutting off the ends, some of them, usually not these power wires, but some of the data ones will have gold-plated pins inside. I like to get the wire out of the way when I'm scrapping, so I have a clean board to go after. Okay, let's get the power board out of the way. So this is just a low-grade power board, nothing to get terribly excited. Now if you're really into depopulating, there's aluminum heat sinks you can go after. That transformer can come off and go in with your copper bearing motors, your small electric motors. There's two copper coils in here, but in this case they're covered with epoxy, so I wouldn't waste my time with that at all. But for me, these are just going in with my low-grade green power boards over there, because I have another yard that I'm looking at that wants me to separate brown low grade from green low grade. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, let's get you out of here. We have a little graphics reading card. Here's a compact flash. Sounds like it ought to be a song. Compact flash. Yeah, anyway. So there's not a whole lot on this card here. You've got some gold-plated pins inside of here. You've got these gold-plated pins. You got a couple little tantalums. So mid-grade for my yard. Yeah, nothing to get terribly excited about. The flash card. You can see that, well, not on that side because there's nothing on that side, but what you can see here is that it's really kind of densely populated with circuits. So this is going to go in with the peripheral high. You know, it doesn't look like much on that side, but that side, pretty well populated. So, and it doesn't weigh hardly anything at all, so I don't think it really matters no matter where it goes. And these, I think, are aluminum. Yeah, so little tiny pieces of sheet aluminum. And we'll get this motherboard. We have a riser right there. Oh, there's another riser. So that's a nice brass riser. Throw that in with the brass. Here's another one here. Come Whoa! And this one had a brass riser on it as well. It didn't come off with the screw. Let's see. It's going to spin in my fingers. Yep. Really nice, these vice grips. I like these. These are also on my Amazon. Remember, if you order something from my Amazon store, the link for it is down in the description below. If you order anything, I get a small commission, and I thank you for that. I also apply that commission, or like a portion of all my proceeds, get applied to our Shark Scrapper Shark Adoption Project, and we are right on the cusp of making our second shark for 22. So, not the second shark in the year, but the second shark that we will have adopted. So, really looking forward to that. If you follow the link, anything that you buy within 24 hours of following the link, I get some credit for it. It isn't a lot, but you know, every little bit helps, so I appreciate it. The CMOS battery out of the way. All right, come on, you. How do you come out? Let's see. I know these screws aren't holding the board in place. They're holding the metal frame, and I may have to get that lifted out in order to get the board out. I don't know. Apparently not. There's something over there. There we go. Now it came loose. All right, so here we just have a plastic shell and little brass screw posts inside there if you are so motivated to go after those. I am not. All right, let's get this phone connection out of the way. This was the credit card reader, so you would swipe the credit card through here. This is the chip that was reading it. So there you go. Boy, that is really goobered up and nasty in there. So I'm going to chuck that in with the mid-grades. It's got some chips and things on it. And then plastic trash. Hey, I said plastic trash. Dummy. God, man, this scrap just doesn't want to listen to you. All right. Maybe those are what's holding up the show. Let's see. Well, it wasn't that, that's for sure. Let's see, maybe it's just stuck. Maybe it just needs a little wiggling. Sometimes things just need a little wiggling and a little prying to make it happen. All right, so, ooh, nice little gold spot there. All right, so here we have a real nice board. I'm pretty sure that this is an integrated motherboard because you see where the slots are here. That's where the RAM was. You got 2 gold corner BGAs. What are you? I don't know what you are. There's some sort of little tiny daughter card here. Got some gold-plated pins inside of that connector and some ICs and gold edge crystal oscillator. I'm going to throw that in with my peripheral high grades. All right, now, yeah, so this is, Chris will correct me if I'm wrong. He's really good about spot checking these videos for me so that we're giving you the correct information. But I'm pretty sure this is what's called an integrated motherboard. But if you are into depopulating, or if you have no choice but to depopulate, you've got the 2 gold cornered BGAs, you've got flat packs, which are ICs that have connectors on all 4 sides, an integrated flat pack, IC, a lot of ICs. ICs they have 6 or more connectors on 2 sides. There are lots of little yellow tantalum capacitors all over the place here. You've got some oscillators, and you've got some toroids for copper. So there's some stuff here to depopulate, but it's all kind of small, except for these two beasties. But again, I sell to board sort, so I do not depopulate anything that I'm selling to board sort. And I don't recommend depopulating unless you know how you're going to get the value for whatever it is you're depopulating. I get that question frequently, and I'll tell you, when I first started doing this, back when it was a hobby, I would depopulate everything because in my mind, I was thinking, yeah, I'm going to go after the gold, and I'm going to get the silver, and I'm going to get the tantalum, and I'm going to, you know, all that kind of stuff. Well, then I got to doing the research, I got a little bit smarter, and I realized that, you know, for a small player, that's a waste of money. And you know, as a hobbyist and you're doing it for fun, okay, you know, that's different. But if you're trying to make any real money at it, by the time you get done paying for all your acids and then paying your hazardous waste fees to deal with the leftover, you know, what's left over after you use up the acids, and the time that's spent doing it, yeah, it's there isn't a whole lot of money there. So for us small time operations, it's not worth depopulating. You sell it to the companies that have the automated processes to get all that material in an environmentally friendly fashion. All right, Chris, confirm for me, please. Integrated motherboard. I'm going to set it aside for right now. And we just have this shell, but here's some aluminum heat sinks. So hopefully, get off of there. What are you doing? Hopefully this will come off easy. When all else fails, get a hammer. Still doesn't want to play. Why don't you still want to play? There's no reason why you should be hanging on there. I'm going to unscrew both of these because I might just come at it from the side, and I'm going to get my brick hammer. The brick hammer has this sharper point, this sharper edge that's flatter. You know, it's not curved like a typical claw hammer. So that comes in very handy. Oh, for goodness sakes. They might be that they're glued on as well as screwed on. Yeah, gracious me. Yeah, they were glued on as well as screwed on. Holy cow, I tell you what. That was some serious glue. I don't know why they bothered screwing it in, is the way they had it glued in. Well, I don't know if it was really worth the effort to unscrew and beat this thing to death to get that little bit of aluminum off of there. So I'm thinking that what might happen is with the rest of these, I might just, after I get the boards out, I might just chuck the frame in with breakage. But this one is going into the aluminum pile. This video will be coming out on Thanksgiving 2022. I want to take advantage of that to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed and supported this channel. We just crossed 7,000 subscribers this year. 7,000! I mean, just this week, 7,000. To me, that's amazing. And we are right on the cusp of being able to adopt our second shark, our 2 for 22, right? Our second shark. Not 2 in the year 22, but you know, our second shark, and it'll be 2022. Anyway, For those of you that are new subscribers, you may not understand what I'm talking about. I have a program where I give back to the planet through shark research and conservation. We call it the Shark Scrapper Shark Adoption Project because we are working with the University of Miami Shark Research and Conservation Program. For every $3,000 that we raise, we can adopt a shark, which means we get to name it. They'll give us the code for the tag so we can track it. It's really kind of exciting. But mostly it's for helping the university with funds to help with shark research. And the way we get to that $3,000 is I match the funds that are being donated up to $3,000, right? So by getting $1,500 in donations, and then I match that with $1,500, we now have our $3,000 to adopt the shark. And we are right there. I mean, we are right on the cusp. So if you want to be a part of this, there are a number of ways that you can help out. The fastest thing you can do is right now while you're watching this video, go down to the bottom there. There's a little super thanks thing. Just send a super thanks and throw a few bucks into this video. You know what? Let me just show you right here on this video snippet from when I was swimming with the sharks. You can see right there, there's the super thanks. It's just like a super sticker or a super chat on a live stream, but it's with the video itself. Every dollar that this video makes will go towards pushing us over the edge to get that shark. The other thing that you can do, because we're going to do this again next year in 2023, try to get our third shark in 2023. And so if you want to be part of this for a more long-term approach, there are some other ways you can do it. You can mail me a check the old-fashioned way, and my address is in the About page on my Shark Scrapper channel. You can you can send money through PayPal, paypal.me/Shark Scrapper. You can also become a patron. Now that's the way to do it for the long term, right? There's 3 levels to being a patron. Every level gets exclusive content from me, but if you are at our second tier, you will also get to vote on the name of our shark that we adopt. And if you're in the third or the highest tier, you also get to submit names for consideration for us to vote. So there's some really cool things. Plus the highest tier also gets a quarterly gift package. So, there's some cool things to being part of the Shark Scrapper patrons as well. So there's a lot of ways that you can be a part of helping us to adopt our sharks. And the program is fantastic at the university. I went out with them on a tagging expedition. There's a video that I'll put at the end of this video so you can see it. And that gives you a really good idea of the work that the university is doing and what you'll be a part of supporting. All right, everybody, I hope that you are enjoying Thanksgiving if you celebrate it, that you are with friends and family. And if you're not if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, either because it's not part of your national pastime or it's just something that you don't do, please accept my sincere thank you at this time of year for all of your support, for being a part of the Shark Scrapper channel, what we call the Shiver, which is a collection of sharks. And I look forward to sharing more fun scrapping adventures with you throughout the year. Have a great day, everybody.